Today we'll explore Body Scan, a practice you might find useful in managing stress. Stress has a way of pulling our attention out of the present moment and into replaying the past and rumination, as well as into future oriented cognition, such as worrying about and bracing for what might happen next. Over time, that mental focus can disconnect us from what's happening in the body, even though the body is where stress often shows up first. So, Body Scan is a simple practice designed to bring attention back into our physical experience, giving the mind something steady and neutral to rest on. During the practice, you'll be invited to notice sensations in different parts of your body, things like pressure, temperature, heaviness, lightness, or even the absence of sensation. There's no need to analyze what you feel or to evaluate your experience. The goal isn't to change your body, fix tension, or make stress disappear. It's simply to notice what's present as it is with a gentle and curious kind of attention. Research suggests that body scan practices can help reduce perceived stress and stress reactivity by shifting attention away from ruminative or threat-focused thinking and toward present moment bodily sensations. Systematically directing attention to neutral physical sensations like pressure, temperature, and contact can help us experience stress as less overwhelming, even when stressors in our lives remain. And if you like, you can check the comments below for some useful readings on this research. As we focus on sensations, some people notice that their body begins to soften and that their breathing becomes easier. Others don't notice much change at all, but both experiences are okay. Relaxation can happen, but it isn't required for the practice to be useful. What matters is the act of noticing, building familiarity with how stress and ease show up in your body in each moment. As you practice, if at any point sensation feels uncomfortable or overwhelming, try shifting your attention or opening your eyes, or you might stop the practice altogether. You can also choose to focus on neutral or grounding areas like your feet or the contact between your back body and the surface you're resting on. This is your practice. It's meant to be flexible and supportive. So, you might think of the body scan as a way of checking in rather than tuning out. By anchoring your attention in physical experience, the mind has less space to spiral into prediction, worry, or self-criticism, and stress often loosens its grip naturally. So, let's begin with our body scan. Settle into a position that feels kind enough to your body. You might be lying down or sitting, allowing yourself to be supported in whatever way feels simplest right now. There's no need to arrange yourself or get it right. If it feels comfortable, let your eyes close or allow your gaze to soften and come to rest. Take a few quiet moments to notice the surface beneath you. Notice where your body meets it, places of contact, places of openness, places where weight gathers and settles. You don't need to sink into it or shift anything. Just recognize that you're already being held, that the ground or the chair is quietly doing its work. Begin by sensing the body as a whole without focusing on details yet. A general feeling of being here. The body breathing, resting, taking up space. Thoughts may drift through. Sensations may come and go. Or there may be very little to notice at all. However this moment arrives for you, let it be welcome. We'll begin at the top of the body and move slowly downward, following one gentle path at a time. There's nothing to keep track of and nowhere you need to arrive. Simply allow the guidance to carry you, noticing what you feel as each moment unfolds. So bring your attention to the top of the head, the crown. Notice whatever sensations greet you there. Perhaps a faint warmth, a gentle pressure, a light buzzing, or a wide quietness. There's no need to search for anything in particular. Simply let awareness rest, as if it were settling in like a soft hand. Allow your attention to spread slowly across the scalp, moving at its own unhurried pace. You might sense tiny shifts or almost nothing at all. Even stillness has a texture when you give it time. Let your awareness drift down to the forehead. Notice the skin, the muscles beneath the skin. There's a subtle kind of landscape to this area. Even if there's tension here, meet it without resistance. If there's ease, let that be noticed too. And remember that nothing needs to change. You're just experiencing. Bring your attention to the eyes next and the eyelids. Notice their weight, the way they rest in their sockets. Think of your eyes as heavy, still, or maybe they're light and gently flickering. There's nowhere they need to look and nothing they need to do at this moment. Next, allow your awareness to move into your cheeks and the bridge of your nose, the space around your mouth. Notice the softness or firmness of the lips, the shape of the jaw. Perhaps the teeth are touching, or perhaps there's a small space between them. Whatever you find, let that be. Take a moment now to sense the entire face and head together as a single field of sensation, of living, breathing presence. Let your attention linger here, unhurried, before you move on. Now, allow your attention to drift down into the neck, beginning at the back where the skull meets the spine. Notice the quiet strength here, the way this area carries and balances the weight of the head. Feel any warmth or tightness, pulsing or stillness, without needing it to be different. Let awareness widen now to include the sides of the neck, the long lines of muscle that move and support with every small turn or tilt of your head. Notice how the breath subtly touches this area, how sensation shifts with swallowing or movement, even when you're very still. Bring your attention to the front of the throat. Notice the softness here, the gentle openness, the quiet movements that happen without any effort. Let this area be exactly as it is, neither held nor released, just noticed. Now, allow awareness to settle into the left shoulder. Notice its shape and weight, how it rests against the rest of the body. Perhaps it feels dense or heavy. Perhaps it feels light. Perhaps it's quietly kind of tired. Think of all that you do with your shoulders, the stories that pass through them. But here, you don't need to listen to any of those stories. Just be open to the sensation that you have there. Let your attention linger in your left shoulder for a few slow, gentle breaths, as if you were giving it time to really be fully seen. There's nothing to fix, nowhere to go. Simply notice what it's like to rest your awareness there. And from the left shoulder, let your attention begin to travel downward, as if you're following a gentle current into the upper left arm. Notice the weight of the muscle, the strength that you hold there, the way this part of the body rests when it's allowed to do nothing at all. Your sensations might feel broad or faint, steady or changing, so let them reveal themselves without any hurry. Move down this pathway toward your left elbow, this little hinge that opens and encloses, that changes direction really effortlessly. Notice the front and the back of the joint, subtle contrast between firmness and softness. Even here, in this ordinary place, there's a sensation waiting to be felt. Let your attention continue down the left forearm. Sense the length of your forearm from your elbow to your wrist. You might notice some temperature or pressure or a gentle pulsing beneath the skin. Some areas might feel clear and alive. Others might feel quiet or distant. All of this belongs. Next, bring your awareness into the left wrist, noticing its narrowness and delicacy, the way it connects your hand to the arm. Pause here, letting your attention rest on your wrist. Now, allow the awareness to open into the left hand. Notice the palm, the back of the hand, the curve of each finger. Maybe there's a warmth here, or a coolness, or a subtle sense of movement. Focus your attention on your fingertips, often so sensitive to the world. Let your attention rest there for just a moment. And then maybe take some time to sense the entire left arm together, from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips, as if one continuous pathway of sensation. Let the awareness hold it all at once, without any effort, before slowly moving on. Gently bring your attention into the upper chest. Notice the quiet movement here as the breath comes and goes, the subtle lift and fall, or perhaps only a real faint echo of motion. Feel the surface of the skin, the way the clothing rests. Simple presence of this part of the body. Let your awareness widen to include the upper back. Sense how this area meets the surface beneath you, how it's supported without effort. Notice pressure, warmth, or the feeling of being held. Even without trying to relax, the body really knows how to rest. Move your attention slowly between the front and the back of your upper torso, noticing the contrast between expansion in the chest and support in the upper back. Movement and stillness. You don't need to follow the breath closely or change its rhythm. Just let the breath pass through awareness as it does on its own. Take a moment to sense the upper torso as a whole, front and back together. A steady center between your head and your limbs. Let your attention linger here, feeling the quiet steadiness of this part of the body before continuing downward. Now allow your attention to drift downward to the lower ribs. Notice how this area subtly expands and softens with each breath, or perhaps how it remains mostly still. Sense the gentle structure here, the way the bone and muscle hold space, the way the breath moves quietly through. Let your awareness settle into your abdomen, your belly. Notice the sensations that are present there. Is there warmth? Is there firmness, softness, movement, or stillness? This area often carries a lot of feeling, but here you don't need to name or interpret anything. Simply just notice the physical experience, just as it is in this moment. Move your attention toward the lower back, sensing how it meets the surface beneath you. Is it touching, or is there a little bit of an arch, a little bit of space? Notice any pressure or contact or the space itself. This part of your body does a lot of unseen work, supporting and stabilizing. Just notice it without asking it to change. Feel your lower back there. Now bring your awareness into the pelvis and the hips. Sense the weight of the area, the way it gathers and settles. Notice how your body is grounded here, how much is already being held by the surface beneath you. Let your attention rest there for a few moments, steady and unhurried. Now, take a moment and sense the entire lower torso together, front, back, center, as a single solid presence. Allow your awareness to linger there before continuing down into the leg. From the left hip, let your attention begin a gentle descent down the left thigh. Notice the weight of this large muscle, the sense of fullness or solidity it carries. Feel how it rests, how it's supported, how it doesn't need to do anything right now. Sensations may feel broad here, steady and quiet, or they might slowly shift. Let them be. Allow your awareness to move into the left knee. This is the joint that bends and bears, carries you through so many movements, and now it's just resting. Notice the front, the sides, the space behind the knee. There might be a mix of sensations here, or very little at all. Whatever you find, let that be enough. Continue downward into the left lower leg. Noticing the calf and the shin. Sense the shape and length of this part of the body. You might notice pressure or warmth or coolness or pulsing beneath the skin. Let your attention travel slowly without rushing too quickly toward the foot. Bring your awareness to the left ankle. It's a narrow place of balance and transition. Pause here, noticing any subtle sensations and the way this joint connects your leg to your foot. Now, allow attention to open into the left foot. Notice the top of the foot, the curve of the arch, the sole of the foot resting against a surface beneath you, perhaps. Feel any contact that's there. Feel the steadiness. Feel the quiet grounding of that left foot. Bring your awareness to the toes of your left foot. Notice the fine, delicate sensations or perhaps a soft absence of sensation. Even stillness can be felt when you stay with it. Take a moment now and sense the entire left leg together from your hips all the way down to the toes. It's one continuous line of awareness. Try to hold all of that leg in your attention at once before you slowly move on. All right, now gently bring your attention all the way up to your right shoulder. Notice the weight of your right shoulder, its shape, the way it rests against the rest of your body. Perhaps it feels familiar, but maybe in a different way from the left. Does it feel different? Perhaps it's a little quieter, or maybe even more active. Let it be known just as it is. Hey there, right shoulder. From the right shoulder, allow your awareness to flow down into your upper right arm. Sense the fullness of the muscle, the triceps, biceps. Feel how this part of your body can carry strength. Notice any warmth or heaviness or maybe subtle movement beneath the skin. Move down into the right elbow and focus your attention on that little hinge that opens and closes. Notice the textures of different sensations here, firmness, softness. Your right elbow. Let the awareness continue further down into the right forearm. Notice its length and shape. Sensation might come into focus in places and fade out in others. You don't need to hold your attention super tightly. Just let it move naturally. And let that attention now flow into your right wrist, focusing on your right wrist, noticing its narrowness and complexity. How many bones and tendons are in that right wrist? See if you can experience and feel them. Pause there briefly. And then allow your attention to open up into your right hand, the palm of your right hand, and the back of the hand. The curve of your fingers and the space between your fingers, if there is any space. Maybe there's a sense of warmness as your fingers touch each other, or coolness if they're spread apart a little. Do you feel any pulsing in your fingertips? Let your hand rest there without any effort, just noticing it. Take a moment now and try to sense the entire length of that right arm all together, from your shoulder all the way down to the fingertips, as one single connected pathway of sensation. Just hold your right arm in your awareness for a moment. Move down to your fingertips and then move your attention to your right hip. Notice how your right hip is resting and how it meets the surface beneath you. Sense a grounding here, stability of your hip on the floor or on the mat. From the hip, let your awareness travel down the right thigh. Notice the weight of your leg, the way it's supported by a mat or the floor. Again, here, the sensations might feel broad or steady or muted. Whatever sensations you feel, just let them be as they are. Bring your attention to your right knee. Notice the front of the knee, the sides, the back of the knee. Usually there's so much movement in your knee, but now it's resting. Just allow your awareness to linger there for a moment. Continue downward into the right lower leg, sensing the calf and the shin. Notice temperature, pressure, or stillness. Let your attention move slowly without rushing it. Gradually bring your awareness into your right ankle, pausing really briefly. Feel your right ankle as a point of balance, but also connection. And then move that attention into your right foot. Notice the top of the foot and the arch opposing it. Maybe the sole is resting against the surface beneath you. Maybe your heel. Feel the steadiness there in your foot and the contact with the ground wherever it's making contact. Finally, in your foot, move down to the toes and notice whatever subtle sensations are present in each of them. Can you feel each of your toes? Or is there some kind of absence of sensation there? Take a moment, sense the entire right leg together from your hip down to your toes. One continuous field of awareness, a line of awareness. Feel them connected. Now, allow your attention to widen slowly, naturally, from your right leg until it includes your left leg and your hips and your abdomen, your torso, your left and right arms, your head, the crown of the head. Feeling your head and your limbs and your torso all together, your entire body at once, resting, breathing, being supported by the ground. Notice the shape of your body and the way it occupies space, and the quiet rhythm of the breath moving through it. Can you feel your heart beating as well, maybe? You don't need to search for any particular sensation in this body scan. Just simply let awareness hold whatever is present. Areas of clarity, areas of quiet, areas that feel more alive or more still. Let your body be just as it is in this moment. And take a moment to notice how your experience feels now compared to when you began. Without judging it as better or worse, simply notice what's shifted and maybe what's stayed the same. If at any point those sensations felt uncomfortable or overwhelming, remember you always have options. You can return your attention to neutral areas like your feet or the surface beneath you. You could open up your eyes, move, or pause. And as you prepare to finish, take a few natural breaths deeply. Breathing in and breathing out at your natural pace. Feel the air expand your lungs, your chest, and your belly rise. And feel release as you breathe out. Begin to notice the room that's around you. The sounds that might be present there that might come and go. The quality of the light in the room. Is it a bright room or is it dimly lit? Notice the sense of space in the room. Let your awareness gently widen beyond your body as you occupy space in the room. When you're ready, begin to invite some small movements back in, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe stretching in a way that feels really good. If you haven't opened your eyes, maybe open them now. Open them slowly and let the light return at its own pace. Remember, this practice isn't about forcing calm or making stress disappear. Body scan is about learning to stay present with the experience as it unfolds. You're focusing your attention. So simply noticing your body is the goal here.